Hey gearheads, Jay Leno here. Today we're talking about a true giant of the automotive world, Walter Percy Chrysler. This guy wasn't born with a silver spoon. He started as a mechanic just like us. But through grit, determination, and a whole lot of know-how, he built one of America's most iconic car companies. We're talking about the Chrysler Corporation, the company that gave us muscle cars, minivans, and everything in between. Chrysler, born in 1875, had a passion for machines that started at a young age. He loved tinkering, taking things apart, and putting them back together. This guy was a natural-born mechanic. He could fix anything with an engine. This passion would take him from the railroad to the boardrooms of the biggest car companies in the world. Chrysler's story is one of hard work and determination. It's a story about the American dream, about a guy who started with nothing and built an empire. So buckle up, folks, as we take a ride through the incredible life of Walter Chrysler. Walter Chrysler's love for all things mechanical started early. Growing up in Kansas, he was fascinated by the steam locomotives that rumbled through his town. He'd spend hours watching them, mesmerized by their power and complexity. This fascination would stay with him throughout his life. At 17, Chrysler landed his first real job as a machinist apprentice. He learned the ins and outs of machinery, mastering every tool and technique. This hands-on experience would prove invaluable later on. He wasn't afraid to get his hands dirty. He believed in understanding every nut and bolt of the machines he worked with. But Chrysler was also ambitious. He wanted to be more than just a mechanic. He set his sights on the burgeoning automobile industry, a field ripe with opportunity. He saw the potential of these horseless carriages to change the world, and boy was he right. By the 1920s, Walter Chrysler was already a big shot in the auto industry. He had turned around struggling companies like Buick and Willys Overland. But he had bigger dreams. He wanted to build his own car company, one that reflected his vision and values. In 1925, Chrysler took a gamble. He took over the ailing Maxwell Motor Company, using it as the foundation for his own empire. He renamed it the Chrysler Corporation. Talk about guts. This move was risky, but Chrysler was confident in his abilities. He knew he could turn the company around. Chrysler's strategy was simple: build well-engineered, stylish cars that were affordable to the everyday American. He focused on innovation, introducing features like four-wheel hydraulic brakes and high-compression engines. These innovations set Chrysler cars apart from the competition. Section 4. The Great Depression's grip. Chrysler's uphill battle. The 1930s were tough times for everyone, especially car companies. The Great Depression hit hard, and people just weren't buying cars like they used to. But Walter Chrysler, he was a fighter. He wasn't going to let a little thing like a global economic crisis take him down. Chrysler knew he had to adapt to survive. He focused on making his cars even more appealing to cash-strapped consumers. He introduced new models like the Plymouth, a no-frills car that offered great value for money. He knew people needed reliable transportation even during tough times. And you know what? It worked. Chrysler's focus on affordability and innovation helped the company weather the storm. While other car companies struggled to stay afloat, Chrysler managed to keep its head above water. Section 5. Innovation in the face of adversity, the airflow, and the power of design. Now, Chrysler wasn't afraid to take risks. He knew that to stay ahead in the car game, you gotta innovate. That's where the Chrysler Airflow comes in. This car was way ahead of its time. It had a sleek, aerodynamic design that looked like nothing else on the road. The Airflow was a marvel of engineering. It had a unibody construction, which made it lighter and stronger than traditional cars. It also had a low center of gravity, which improved handling. This car was a game changer. But here's the thing about being ahead of your time. Sometimes people just aren't ready for it. The Airflow, despite its technological advancements, wasn't a huge commercial success. But you know what? Chrysler never gave up on innovation. He knew that sometimes you gotta take risks to move the industry forward.